Hi, this is Danny Doyle, and welcome to what is quite possibly the most ill-advised playthrough that I have ever done. This is Fire Emblem Awakening 0% growths. I am playing on hard instead of lunatic because, I mean, God, I know somebody has done lunatic plus before, and that just completely... I do not understand how someone's done like an LTC of Lunatic Plus, and I'm just, I do not have the patience for that. I do look forward to watching it and seeing what they ended up doing when I finish this, because I imagine that some of the strats are going to be ridiculous and make me feel completely foolish, even more so than I normally do when I'm playing Fire Emblem. So I went ahead and gave myself a magic boon and strength bane. Normally what you would want to do is give yourself the luck bane, because it is like the worst stat. Well, I don't know, because of Arm's Thrift is arguably not. Awakening is weird like that. But the boons and banes for your characters, for Robin, or whatever you decide to name your avatar, will affect both their bases and their growths. Now, in this particular playthrough, it will not affect the growths because the growths are locked at 0. But it will affect the base stats, and since I don't plan on ever using a physical weapon with Robin, I think that it makes the most sense to give her the strength bane, because there's going to be some instances where oh wait, I forgot he doesn't attack in this one. There's going to be some instances where an enemy might have a low percentage crit on her, or like she doesn't have 100% hit even on like Valadar, she has 85, and this is just a premonition. It doesn't really matter what I do for this chapter, as it were. I'm not trying to like LTC or anything, I just want to complete the game. No one gets experience. When I actually get to the game itself, I am going to focus on getting experience on a couple of specific units. And, I mean, now we're actually in the actual game, so I can talk about that as we talk about the units. Shall we then? So, Robin. This is the avatar. In traditional Awakening, just like probably one of the best units in all of Fire Emblem. Definitely the best unit in this game, just because ridiculous growths, even though the bases are nothing to write home about, like ridiculous growths and gains experience faster, specifically gains experience at 1.5 times the speed of anyone else. So I mean, when you think Awakening, you think ding 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 ding, bunch of level ups, and if you get more, a bunch of stats per level up, the more level ups you get, the more stats you get. Your Robin's growths are always going to be amongst the highest on your squad. I mean, everyone has high growths, but Robin is particularly good at that. In this playthrough, still going to be important. I'm going to be trying to roughly solo the first 2 chapters with her, and and she'll still be contributing for significant portions of the early game. The main thing that I want is I want to get her to promoted level 15, which feels like it might not be possible. But if I can get her there, she gets Rally Spectrum, which is a very powerful skill that boosts all the stats of the units nearby when she does it. And it stacks with other rallies like strength, magic, defense, etc. So you can boost by just absurd numbers, which is going to be necessary for reaching stat benchmarks because of just how ridiculously low the stats of my units are going to be. Robin is also a game over condition. She is going to count as one of the 2 lords of this playthrough. because I guess like the player character dying is a game over playthrough. Strangely enough, there are 2 characters in the Lord class, and the other one, Lucina, is not a game over condition. The one who is a game over condition is Chrom. His stats are mediocre. I would like to get him to Great Lord, I guess, since he's force deployed. Like, I don't know that funnily experience into me is going to be too worthwhile, but he's as decent target as any in this chapter, because it's like him, Robin, and Frederick. Normally, I would be just stomping the early game with Frederick, because he's the Jagan, but in 0% growths, like getting to level 10 lets you use a second seal or lets you use a master seal, and getting to certain levels will get you new skills. Chrom also has a dual strike plus, which means that when he's paired up, he's more likely to initiate a dual strike. So, you know, that could potentially be useful in some scenarios. Speaking of Frederick, I guess I'll talk about him. Those are really good stats, and he can use the Silver Lance at base. And D in the other weapons is not terrible either, like, because E exists in Awakening, and E is like the bronze weapons, which, I mean, just like look at how weak this is. 3 might, it's terrible. I don't have any iron weapons, I don't get them until chapter 2, but just the fact that he can use them without much investment, without any investment, is good. And of course, like his stats are significantly better than anyone else at this time. Like, look at this. Compared to that. Like, he's a combat unit who I don't see ever benching, just because I'm not going to get too many pre-promotes. Right now he's playing backpack duty because I don't need to funnel experience into him. The only thing he would gain is he gets Luna at level 5, and I can potentially reclass him into a Wyvern at level 10. I'm not sure if I want to do that because wings are like really beneficial, but it means that he'll have arrow weakness, which I don't know. I'm still thinking about if I want to do that or not. He currently has armor weakness, like he gets wrecked by hammers. So yeah, I don't know. Frederick's good. I don't know whether I want him to be a Wyvern or a Great Knight or a Paladin or whatever. And last but not least is Lissa. She's a healer. Healers are pretty bad in Awakening. I almost always bench her. Interesting thing about her, like if you want to do something fun, you can reclass her into a Pegasus, and then when she promotes, she retains her staff rank, because Falcon Knights get staves, and she becomes like a flying staffer with decent magic, which is fun, but like that requires getting her to level 10 and then getting her to level 10 again when she's weak and can only use bronze weapons. I don't know that it's worth it. In this playthrough, she's mostly going to be a plus magic bot for Robin. And I'm going to go ahead and start attacking weapons with Thunder. Or missing them, I suppose. That's potentially really bad. Oh, one other thing about about Chrom. He has the Falchion, which deals effective damage to, like, dragons and undead, I believe is what it is. And then also, has infinite durability. Oh, nice. Okay. Dual guard. For those who don't know, Awakening has the pair-up system, which means that you can occasionally get dual strikes or dual guards. The chance is higher if you have a higher support rank. But yeah, it's just demonstrated the dual strike, which is that Frederick got to attack, even though, you know, he's just providing a stat boost. And we saw earlier Lissa doing a dual guard, which meant that just like randomly, it's RNG based in this, as opposed to in Fates, where it's based on a meter. But just like randomly, she just blocked an attack from the Myrmidon, which is nice because it sort of made up for the fact that I missed earlier. Citra has a habit of not really liking a ton of spell animations while OBS is running, so it's possible it'll create some recording lag. It's not terrible when I don't... Oh my god, are you kidding me, Robin? Please hit this. Otherwise I'm dead. And I really don't want to have to redo the goddamn prologue. There we go. Okay. Where's the ding ding ding? This is Awakening. There's supposed to be ding 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 ding. But yeah, there's taking care of the first group. Now I'm gonna go ahead and heal up, switch my para partner to Chrom. I don't know that I am going to be, I don't know if I'm going to be going for the Robin Chrom pairing in terms of like just getting a Robin Lucina. I know I want Robin to pair with someone because I would like access to Morgan's Paralog because you get a very powerful item for beating it. But much like in Fire Emblem 4, the kids are screwed over by the way that their stats are calculated in Awakening. 0%? Oh wait, did I just... Okay, I didn't. Good. So, I'm probably not going to be going for any kids, even Lucina, who you get for free. Most of them are not going to be worth doing the paralogs that require them. Or that are required for them. Just because, like, they'll have mediocre stats. Okay, so then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. We'll go here. Do that. We're sort of doing Turtle City, but it's because I would like to feed a bunch of experience to Robin. I actually did up to chapter, like I finished chapter 3 and was able to get Robin to level 10. But then I messed up something with, this would be a good time I need to talk about how I altered my save file to give me 999 renown, simply because it's 0% growth, so I want to give myself the advantages that I can give myself. I recognize that people have done 0% growth without any of those benefits. Like, this is hard mode, it's not even the hardest difficulty, but it's Awakening, and like I want to give myself what advantages I can, and I think that getting all of the Renown awards as soon as you have access to the Renown box is... It's not game-breaking enough for me to feel super guilty using it. In that same vein, I want to leave the possibility of doing random skirmishes open. I'm not ruling it out. It's not necessarily something I plan on doing. Okay, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you... yeah, we'll just move you over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we'll go like that. Maybe actually hit for one. Oh my god, Robin, what is wrong with you? You're really not living up to your name. Thank you. Jeez Louise. Okay, can I get this kill, or am I going to have to, like, run Lissa even further? I actually don't know if misses use up the Thunder Tome. I think they do in this game. In which case, like, that's annoying because I have very limited uses of the Tome, and I'm, like, Robin's going to be doing a lot of work in future chapters. Come on, there we go. Do that. Go there. Go there. And so I'm laying them out there for support so that he doesn't have a crit chance, because he has Gamble. So if I like didn't have those units there as support boosts, then he would have a like 6% crit chance on Robin, potentially, even with the Chrom pair up. But instead, he's got 0 because Frederick and Lissa and Chrom are all supporting Robin. Which is nice because you hate getting crit by the boss after clearing the map, especially in Lunatic, where you actually cannot, to my knowledge, unless you get like extremely blessed level ups, I don't think you can ever reduce the crit chance to 0 in Lunatic, which is very annoying. But that was the premonition in chapter 1, or that was the premonition in the prologue. Join us next time for chapter 1. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye-bye.